Good morning, students. I'm Dr. Baladevi, Assistant Professor of Economics Department. Students, in today's class, we are going to discuss about capital budgeting. See, what is capital budgeting? What are the characters of capital budgeting? What are the methods of capital budgeting, as well as the process of capital budgeting? We are going to discuss in today's class, right? See, capital budgeting is the process a business undertakes to evaluate the potential major projects or investment. So, construction of any new plant or a big investment in an outside venture are the best examples of projects that would require capital budgeting before they are approved or rejected. So, as a part of capital budgeting, a company might assess a prospective project's lifetime cash inflows as well as outflows to determine whether the potential returns that would be generated to meet a sufficient target benchmark. The capital budgeting process is also considered as an investment appraisal, right? See, the capital budgeting aim is to identify the projects that produce cash flows that exceed the cost of the project for a firm, right? So this is the main introduction about the capital budgeting. Now let us discuss about the characters of capital budgeting. What are the characters of capital budgeting? We are going to discuss. See, there is a long duration between the initial investment as well as the expected returns. This is the first character. And if you see this second character, the organizations, they usually estimate large profits. At the same time, this process, that is capital budgeting process, involves a high risk also. It is a fixed investment over a long period of time. At the same time, this investment made in a project, this project determines the future financial condition of an organization. So all the projects, it requires a significant amount of funding. At the same time, the amount of investment made in the project, it determines the profitability of a company. And if you see these techniques as well as methods of capital budgeting, very carefully we are going to discuss about the techniques or methods of capital budgeting. See, mainly there are three techniques or three methods in these capital budgeting. First method is payback method. So this payback method refers to the time which is taken by a proposed project to generate enough income to cover the initial investment. So the project with the quickest payment or the payback is chosen by the company. See, for example, an enterprise plans to invest nearly 1 lakh rupees to enhance its manufacturing process. It has two independent options. One is product A and the other one is product B. See here, product A exhibits a contribution of 25 and product B of 15. So the expansion of plan is projected to increase the output by 500 units for product A and 1000 units for product B. Here the incremental cash flow will be calculated like this. So for example, here first we will consider about the product A. So product A 25 into 500. How much? That is 12,500. And if you consider about this product B 15 into 1000, that is equal to 15,000. Now we are going to calculate the payback period for product A. See, we know that the initial cash investment is 1 lakh rupees, right? Then the incremental cash flow is 12,500 because it is for product A we have calculated here. That is 12,500. So what is the formula? payback period formula is initial cash investment divided by incremental cash flow. Here, what is the initial cash investment? That is 1 lakh divided by how much of incremental cash flow? Incremental cash flow is 12,500. So 1 lakh divided by 12,500, that is equal to 8. So 8 years is the payback period for product A. Similarly, we are going to calculate the payback period for product B. So here the initial investment is the same, that is 1 lakh rupees. The incremental cash flow in the previous slide we have calculated, right? The incremental cash flow from this product B is 15,000 rupees. So as per the formula, initial cash investment divided by incremental cash flow is considered as the payback period. So 1 lakh, this is the initial cash investment divided by what is the incremental cash flow here? 15,000. So 1 lakh divided by 15,000, that is equal to 6.7 years. So the payback period for product B is 6.7 years. Like that, we have calculated the payback period for product A as well as product B. So it brings the enterprise to conclude that product B has a shorter payback because here the payback is lower than the product A. Therefore, it will invest in product B. Despite being an easy and time efficient method, this payback period cannot be called the optimum as it doesn't consider the time value of money. The cash flows at the earlier stages are better than the ones coming in at later stages. The company may encounter two projections with the same payback period, where one depicts higher cash inflows in the earlier stages or years. In such a case, the payback period may not be appropriate. A similar consideration is that of a longer period potentially bringing in greater cash flows during a payback period. So in this case, if a company selects the projects based on the payback period and without considering the cash flow, then it could prove detrimental for the financial prospects of the company. Now, we will discuss about the second method, that is the net present value method. See, briefly, we have given us NPV. What is NPV? NPV is the net present value of method. See, evaluating the capital investment projects is what the net present value method helps the companies with. See here, there may be inconsistencies in the cash flows created over time. The cost of capital is used to discount it, and evaluation is done based on the investment made. Whether a project is accepted or rejected, it depends on the value of inflows as well as value of outflows. So this method, it considers the time value of money and attributes it to the company's objective, which is to maximize profits for its owners. The capital cost factors in the cash flow during the entire lifespan of the product, as well as the risk associated with such a cash flow. Therefore, the capital cost is calculated with the help of an estimate. See here, for example, expected inflow in the fifth year is 4,150. Discount rate is 9%. So here we are having a year 0, first year, second year, third year, fourth year, and fifth year. Then the flow initially minus 10,000, next year 1,000, Again, a second year 2,500. Third year 3,500. Fourth year the cash flow is 2,650. Fifth year this flow is 4,150. Now we are going to calculate the present value. How we calculate the present value? See, flow divided by this 1.09, right? See here, and if you see the first year, flow is 1000. So 1000 divided by 1.09 whole power 1, because this is the first year, so power 1. Then come to the second year, flow is 2500 divided by 1.09 power 2. Why we are saying that this is 2? Because this is the second year, therefore we have written it as the 2. Then come to the third year. In the third year, the cash flow is 3,500. So the present value is 3,500 divided by 1.09 power 3. Then come to the fourth year. Here cash flow is 2,650. So 2,650 divided by 1.09 power 4. Therefore, the answer will be 1,892. Then come to the fifth year. The flow is 4,150. The present value is 2,767. How it would be this 2,767? 4,150 divided by 1.09 power 5, because it is the fifth year. So the result will be 2,767. So the total present value is, we have to add all these present value. If we add all these present value, then the total will be 18,629. So this is the total present value, right? Now the net present value achieved at the end of the calculation is, with 9% discount rate, the total value is 18,629. See, it means if the net present value comes out to be positive, it indicates profit, because the value is positive. Therefore, it seems there is a possibility of receiving profit. Therefore, a company, they can move ahead with this project, right? This is the inference here we are having. Then the next method is internal rate of return. Internal rate of return. So briefly, we can say that IRR. See, IRR, that is internal rate of return, is a method. Here, the net present value is 0. In such a condition, the cash inflow rate equals the cash outflow rate. So even though it considers the time value of money, it is one of the complicated methods, because it follows the rule that if the internal rate of return is more than the average cost of the capital, then the company accepts the project, or else it rejects the project. So if the company faces a situation with multiple projects, then the project offering the highest internal rate of return is selected by them. For example, we will assume the possibilities exhibited in the table here for a company that has two projects. One is project A and project B. See here in the first column, we have written the year, number of years. The first year, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then project A minus 10,000. Project in the first year 2,500, second year 2,500, like that every year 2,500. Then if you see this project B, every year 3,000 rupees, because here the IRR is 7.9%. In project B, the IRR is 15.2%. So here the IRR of project A is 7.9%, which is above the threshold rate of return because we assume it is 7% in this case. So the company will accept this project, right? This is the inference here. So however, if the threshold rate of return would be 10%, then it will be considered as it will be rejected as the IRR would be lower. So in that case, the company will choose project B because it shows some higher IRR as compared to the threshold rate of return. So this is the second method. Then it is third method. So then concentrate on the fourth method, that is profitability index. It is a profitability index. This method normally provides the ratio of the present value of future cash inflow to the initial investment. So a profitability index in the sense it presents a value which is lower than 1. It is this lower than 1 is indicative of lower cash inflow than the initial cost of investment. So aligned with this, a profitability index greater than 1 presents better cash inflow and therefore the project will be accepted, right? Then come to the next slide. So in this next slide, we are going to see the formula. The profitability index is equal to present value of cash inflow divided by initial investment. For example, assuming the values given in the table, we shall calculate the profitability index for a discount rate of 10%. So the interest, the discount rate is 10%. This is the formula. So we are going to calculate the profitability index in this table. See here, in the first column, it indicates the year 0, 1, 2, 3, 4th year, 5th year. And in the next column, cash flow. See 0 year, that is minus 10,000. First year 3,000. Second year cash inflow 5,000. Third year 2,000. Fourth year 6,000. And fifth year 5,000. So this is the cash flow. Then the discount rate is 10%. See, 0 year means the same minus 10,000. Then if you see the next year, 10% of discount. So 2.727, sorry, 2,727. The next year 10% discount. So the result will be 4,132. Third year 1,538. Fourth year 4,285. Fifth year 3,125. So the total is 15,807. So profitability index with the 10% discount is equal to, as per our formula, we are substituting this 15,807 divided by 10,000. So the profitability index with the 10% discount is 1.5807. This is the profitability index. So as per the rule of this method, the profitability index is positive for a 10% discount rate. Therefore, it will be selected. So this product will be selected, right? This is the fourth method in this capital budgeting. Then let us concentrate on the process of capital budgeting. See, the process of capital budgeting involves the some points. The first point is identification as well as generation of profits. See, investment proposals are the first step in this capital budgeting. Taking up investments in a business can be motivated by a number of reasons. That could be the addition or expansion of a product line, an increase in the production or a decrease in the production cost could also be suggested. This is the first process. Then the second process is evaluating the project. So mainly it consists of selecting all the criteria, all the necessary criteria for judging the need for a proposal. See what is the necessary for this proposal. So we have to evaluate this selection. So in order to maximize the market value, it has to match the company's mission. So it is very crucial to consider the time value of money here. So in addition to estimating the benefits and costs, we should weigh the pros as well as cons associated with the process. There could be a lot of risk involved with the total cash inflows as well as outflows. So it needs to be scrutinized thoroughly before moving. This is the second process. Then concentrate on the third process. Third process is selecting a project. See here, since there is no one-size-fits-all factor, there is no defined technique for selecting a project. So every business has diverse requirements, and therefore the approval over a project comes based on the objectives of the organization. So after the project has been finalized, the other components needs to be understood. So it includes mainly the acquisition of funds, which can be explored by the finance department of the company. So the companies need to explore all the options before concluding and approving the project. So besides, the factors like viability, profitability, and market conditions also play a vital role in the selection of the project. So once the project is implemented, now come to the other critical elements such as completing it in the stipulated time frame or reduction of the cost. This is the next process, that is implementation. So hereafter, the management takes charges of monitoring the impact of implementing the project. Then fifth process is performance review. So this performance review, it involves the process of analyzing and assessing the actual results over the estimated outcomes. So these steps is very helpful to the management to identify the flaws and eliminate them for future proposals. These are the important methods of capital budgeting as well as different processes in the capital